What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. And what is going on here? This is my first time properly checking out NFS Carbon Online because, man, trying to set up the game, I was being dumb and I was downloading the wrong files. However, we got it now. It's all set, and man, Carbon Online. Now this game has been, well, obviously Carbon's been around. However, this modification, as I assume it would be, has been teased and showcased for quite some years now, and finally it's here. I know I'm super late. I think it came out probably 3 months back. However, now I finally got the time to properly play it, read through the documentation, especially for this game. Go on the GitHub and just read through the documentation because it will make things so much easier than trying to just do things on your own or just search up things on the NFS Discord if you have any tech questions. And we are with a racer Digger. What a great 240 you got right there. Matching, we got red, we got white, doing a little drag race. And but I got some NOS. I don't know if his car is upgraded, but he got that lowrider look. Man's got hydraulics or something. Nah, that's actually kind of hilarious the way the car is being driven. Probably on my end too, I look the same exact way. But our first time interacting with a player on Need for Speed Carbon Online. Now, in terms of pre-NFS normal Carbon Online, I never tried it out. I remember watching some videos, and is there... Wait, that part of the map is cut off. Interesting. It's still on the map, however, it's not there anymore. Interesting. That is really interesting. So we are doing some highway racing. Now this place, familiar with it through Need for Speed World. Another thing too is that this game also revamps the single player aspect of Carbon. So as you can see, the visuals are a little different. They look a little more cleaned up. It doesn't have those lines when you're driving fast. And overall the image is a little more cleaned up. I do like the way it looks. It's just easier on the eyes. And also the career mode structure changed. So this 240 right here is my starter car because you don't get the RX-8 no more. And also this car is no longer a beast at tier 1. I'm pretty sure all the cars have been retuned. And what that also means is that for tuning, it's no longer a meta, I think, in terms of where to tune certain parts. I think there's actually a differentiation on tuning. That way you can tune your cars to specific needs. So it looks like we won that little drag race, and now we are doing a little race back. So one thing I definitely noticed is this 240 hates turning. I mean, I literally have some NOS and I think maybe one more upgrade on this thing. Let's see, I'm not going to be using NOS this time, making it more of a fair race, but it does look like off-roading is not the best interest of this car, which is pretty cool because the fact that World... I feel like Need for Speed World's off-road handling is very manageable. However, so far from racing, I guess the same shortcuts that I usually use in World, it seems like Carbon, I'm pretty sure Carbon is always like this too, where when you drive off-road, you really go off-road and you lose all control of the car. I do gotta say, this 240 has weight to it. I'll have to see how other cars are like once I drive other cars. I also want to see how exotics are, because exotics, I feel like in base Carbon is not that great. I think they're just the worst of both. They're worst of tuners and worst of muscle cars. It'd be interesting to see how they tune the muscle cars, because of the fact that muscle cars in Carbon were OP. And it kind of goes to show that I feel like with the improvements that are made with this mod really helped this game come alive. And it kind of shows in the servers, because so far when I've been joining a few of them, so we're capping at 144. So far, you know, joining a few of them, there are players. There are like some players that, you know, you get in the lobby and you're able to play with them. So that's pretty good. And it's also cool that, you know, the career mode has been revamped. The only thing is you cannot be connected to online, because in career mode, I mean in online mode, there is no collisions. So I made the mistake of connecting online and trying to do the tutorial, and because there's no collision, Neville will never be able to do a block. Well, Nikki won't be able to do a block on Neville. And literally right when I was about to go, more dudes show up, however. And it's my time to go, you know, it's just, I was just here to just test things out. We got a man with a Corvette. We got Bigger back here, but shout out to Bigger. I want to see what else that person has done in the game if I ever see them again. I want the single player, so I did start some single player, and we are racing Kenji.
If you did, would be sitting here.
Buddy, I remember who you are. I definitely remember who you are. Do guys say the AI are so much better than how they were in vanilla. The AI have been made to a point where I wouldn't say they're really hard. However, there's good enough difficulty to them where if you mess up in a race, you will have to restart for the most part. The traffic cars I feel like are a lot heavier than in vanilla Carbon. Although, to be fair, it's been like 2 years since I played Carbon. That was actually Carbon Redux, which also had a few changes to the original Carbon experience. So for all I know, the traffic cars could be that heavy. And I just never knew because I just play World. But the AI is definitely improved. They're no longer a joke. Even in single player, this is single player. Even in normal races, the other crews actually put up a fight. And obviously, that is counteracted by your crew member. And rest in peace to Neville, first and foremost, to the actor of Neville. And I gotta say, Neville always comes out in clutch. Even if I mess up so bad, he just pulls ahead and he just wins the race for me. So there's that thing too, where in Carbon, you don't actually have to really be good at beating the game. You just need your crew member to be in the race and they'll just take care of everything for you. In fact, it's kind of more of a liability to have them use their ability rather than them just racing on their own. Because another thing too is that they're really only as good as you are going. But if you're so far behind, they don't really care about you and they will just race as normal, and they're pretty OP. So as you can see, look, we're on the second lap and Kenji is putting up a fight. And look at this. Look at that camera. That is so cool. I've never seen that. I'm pretty sure that's a addition to NFS CO, which is pretty awesome. And also there are more cars and new reward cards and all this stuff, so it's really comprehensive. Even if you never wanted to play online, this is just a great mod for a different type of single player experience. And we have defeated Kenji in the streets. Man, this car is literally right on the edge.
It's your last chance to face reality.
Ah, yes, my last chance to face reality and back off. Get out of here, bro. I want to take your car. Because I personally don't want to spend more money on another car. Alright, let's go. Actually, I might just sell the car because of the fact that I might just sell Kenji's car and just use that money to buy myself another tier 2 car, because I do want to experience other types of vehicles, which is why I'm using this 240, because, I mean, obviously the 240 in the collector's edition, you can easily get it. However, it's not the same 240 as it usually is. So it's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what type of cars there are in the lot. I never actually checked the car lot itself, so it's pretty cool. The reward cards, though, yeah, there are different cars you can get, which is pretty awesome. And my plan actually with this series is that I'm just gonna keep it going until pretty much until I get all those reward cards, which, man, this, so that it pretty much means that this series could last for a while. I'm talking even till 2026 I'll still be playing this, which is pretty fire because, as you know, I wouldn't say I'm the most consistent with series. However, World, Matstello break, however, altogether, man, I needed that collision points. I needed that collision points. Alright, we have to fend off Kenji. Now this is the real hard part. Just trying to stay consistent, keep my foot on the pedal. Now, I understand I could be using manual transmission. However, I just suck with it. Like, I do know the shift points of the car. However, it's just really annoying having to remember to shift up, shift down. You know, I'm at a point where I just want to chill with the game, and I'm okay losing with some speed. And honestly, if it makes the game more difficult, then I welcome that challenge. Now, one challenge I do not welcome, actually, with this mod is the drift challenges. I suck at drift so much. It's just brutal, man. It's so brutal. Oh, man. Please don't mess me up. Please don't let me. Oh, he hit it good. Good, he hit it. Alright, we have to stay locked in. Ain't no way I'm gonna lose this after all this time, man. I am not going to lose, bruh. Ain't no way. We are getting close to the finish line. Yep, we're right here. Nah, bruh, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing to me. We finishing this. That's where you back off. And we just won. Nice. We beat Kenji. Let's go. Yeah, look at me. Yep, better drive. Drive away.
No way, punk.
Where is it? Get out of here, bro. Yeah, Kempton is mine. Wait, it's not Kempton, it's downtown. Downtown is mine. And time for some reward cards. Let's see if we can get his car. Let's see. Let me pick the first one. And what is it? Oh, no way. That's a pink slip. Dog, that's actually crazy. We actually got the pink slip, and it looks like these are all unique part upgrades, so it doesn't look very interesting. And we got some cash, which is pretty nice. And now we get to meet up with Yumi and steal a crew member from him. And one thing I do gotta say is also probably because of the fact that I had Neville, my zone, like, I actually never seen a cop so far in the game. And the thing is that the reward cards require me to be in police pursuits. So honestly, you know, I always, last time I completed Carbon, I avoided all the cops. And it's really crazy because with certain playthroughs, you can avoid cops, you can not avoid cops. It's really random.
Thought you'd like to know.
Yes, you have a secret?
I was
Tell me
there
this.
that night you left.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about the Carbon storyline.
You can see pretty good up there. You can hear things too.
Unit 4, you are confirmed for 1046 on suspects Bravo, Charlie, and Delta.
Huh, no one, so the cops did not hit me. Interesting.
Then the
You know,
cops
Carbon actually has a very interesting story if you're younger,
The blue one. Yours.
as it seems so mysterious, although it's pretty
Somebody in a
obvious
big
that
way.
you know who the
You
villain
need a big
is.
crew to pick up the pieces.
However, I do feel like Carbon's been out there for so long that you kind of just forget about the story. It's kind of forgettable at this point. The problem is the game is too short. That's one thing. And we can get another member, and she gives us 25% to boost capacity. Let's go. And 10% discount. This is what we need. This is literally what we need. And Nikki,
Forgot to tell you, any new boss of an area is
this
supposed
was a whole big race. Costs a lot of money.
to money to organize, but every racer nearby
You know, looking at some of
checking out
these
the safe house. All the local drivers are
messages. It seems like the game was going to be so much more, which is true. I mean, the game was just on a strict time frame and they had to cut so much. But goodbye 240, you served us well, did a good job hanging in there, and welcome RX7. Man, that's wild. Can't believe we get to drive this one. Anyways, all, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good one. Peace.